All right. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. And I would like to thank Chipotle for sponsoring In the Kitchen with me. And this is a continuing series. Okay. So let me go and get a couple of things in order to answer a couple of questions brought to you in part by Chipotle restaurants. So thank you so much, Chipotle, for sponsoring. Okay. So I have 11 orders, but I only have 9 containers, gentlemen. 11 orders, but only 9 containers. So I'm short two of your containers, gentlemen. I'm short two. Some have ordered pre-prepped and some has ordered cooked. I'll be doing both, but I'm short two more containers. This is thus far how many containers here? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I have two more containers to grab, plus a sharp tool. So if you're very sensitive to sharp tools, we use that here a lot on in the kitchen with me. So this program would be slightly capitated for you to watch due to the fact that I use sharp tools in the kitchen every single day. All right, and these are the other two, which equals nine. Nine, and this is the sharp tool that I speak of. This is an Army Edge knife. This is not a regular store sold knife or store bought knife that you can purchase in the store. This is an Army edged knife and very, very dangerous. It can slice your hand in half if you're not careful with how you use an Army edged knife. So, this is the weapon. It's Army. It is UN approved, and it's also very, very dangerous. Every time I go, all the time. All right, folks. All right, folks. So, in the kitchen with me, sponsored by Chipotle, biblically answering the question on the first day of school for the U.S. students. Okay, answering this question right here from Psalms 96, verse 11. Why did the psalmist describe innate objects as rejoicing, such as the Swiss Army knife? Why did the psalmist describe innate objects as rejoicing? Can you have that? Is one of the questions I'm answering. And why did you buy that at Dollarama? Okay, so let me get you something else that I purchased at Dollarama today, which is Innate Swiss Army in the Kitchen. Innate Swiss Army in the Kitchen. I only bought two, but there is more. So it's 4 plates to 2 bowls, which equals 6 dishes in total. And it all must be the same color. You'll be hearing footsteps a lot in the home because I'm not by myself. Okay? I am not by myself, so you'll be hearing footsteps in the home, but innate Swiss Army dishes in which I purchased from Dollarama. Okay? And we'll be cleaning those to use those. Okay? So the question we're answering for today is Psalms 96:11. Why did the psalmist describe innate objects as rejoicing, such as, once again, the dishes and Swiss Army knife? And by the way, thank you, I can do that. This is, in order to answer this innate question, this is the menu that I am preparing in order to answer how many times do I use the innate Swiss Army knife. So I have a breakfast menu, I have a lunch menu, and on the third row here, I have the dinner menu, okay? All made with the same ingredients and the same knife to prepare. Okay, so hopefully at the end of creating the breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu, by the way, plus there's also dessert involved in this, we'll be able to answer the question, why did the psalmist describe a Swiss Army knife as an innate object from Psalms 96, verse 11? All right. So the first ingredient to chop up is a whole stack of carrots, okay? And in the stack of carrot, I have one order with this container, and I have one order with this container. So I bought 2 bags in order to fulfill these orders. All right? So let's go. Let's open this up. Okay. And let's start chopping the carrots there. All right. So let's put that aside there. Lines between the container. One of the rim is black and the other one is blue. That's why it matters. And to answer the question, once again, for those of you that don't know what a carrot is, this is a carrot. This is a carrot. There's one more. Did not see that one. Alright, so this one bag of carrots, I did not count how much is in there, but there's usually anywhere from 12 to 18 carrots in here. Holes in this entire one singular container. So, Sir John, your order is ready. Your order is ready for pickup, Sir John. It will be in the fridge downstairs. Okay, so that's the first order ready for pickup. I have another carrot order, however, ready also for pickup. I'll be cutting them up at the same time. Alright, so here it is. We'll count this one together to see how much was in the first bag. Let's count. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of these were in the same bag, which means it probably reached the end of the line there, while it only had 9. But that's all right. We'll get it in the container. Chop off the ends. And instead of cubing these ones, we'll just throw them in a full circular shape. So those ones I cubed, these ones are circular. You tell me in the comments what type of mathematics am I doing here with cooking? What type of mathematics am I doing here in the form of cooking? What form of math is this? I've counted, I have cubed, and now I am cutting the carrots in a circle. In the comment section, what type of mathematics am I doing with cooking and pre-prepping the carrots or the ingredients? With today being the first day of school in most 50 states, today being the first day of school, some schools do not start until tomorrow or until October, but today about 75% of all U.S. schools are in progress. What type of mathematics am I doing with cooking? That involves, by the way, for those of you that are about to have first period lunch, eating. 2 more carrots left to put in this entire container. These ones are pretty large, so I'm going to be halving them just because they're pretty large, which means I've doubled up on the math count. What type of math is that? 1 whole in a half. What type of math is cutting a full circular carrot into a half of a circle carrot? What type of math is that? And then these will stay circular. And back to the circle shape with this one. Okay, and that is the second bag of carrots, all cut up. Tony, this one is drawn. Okay, this one's drawn, and this one is Tony aggravate. Okay, so that is the first order, and then now I will be chopping up the celery. As I chop up the celery, ladies and gentlemen, and where I will be placing the celery order in this container, probably more than one. Celery vegetables tend to swell, so you don't need to add water when you are storing celery cut up, because they tend to swell a lot, meaning they expand. So if you're adding celery to water, the celery will only expand to that of 3 times its size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you have these pepper stalks here, of which I'll chop up first. Pepper stalks. And yes, you can regrow these. You can replant these, you can regrow these, but you can only replant it once. Otherwise, it will be very thin. This part is kind of like the center portion of an onion. It is very bitter. Do not try to reuse this. It will not. Even if you add sugar or salt to it, it will not taste good. It will be very bitter, and you'll give yourself a what they call a tongue burn if you try to reuse that portion. So do not reuse the leaf portion at all. Not even the stem of the leaf portion is to be reused. You will give yourself a tongue burn with the stem.